Stas23 here, and today we have 10 versatile knives that I definitely think you should check out. These are all knives that did great in my testing, and they can cut a wide variety of things because of their blade shapes. Let's get started. First, we have the Kizer Hic-Cup. Of course, you have that nice drop point, almost spear point blade there, button lock, beautiful linen micarta on this one. You have, it's a fidgety option too. You have the thumb hole. You have that top flipper, comfortable in hand, and a deep carry, tip up, left or right-handed pocket clip. That inline pivot being in line with that tip makes it great for, still being able to do those pinch grip cutting on a flat surface type things, cutting in hand. This one you could do pull cuts. It's just going to be a great overall blade shape. Definitely one that I bonded with a lot more than I expected to. Number two, we have the Ferrum Forward Stinger. Excellent, excellent EDC knife. And once again, you have that tip in line with that pivot. So that just means that the curve of that belly is not going to be super swoopy like you would have on like a deep clip point, a curved clip point, or a bowie blade or something like that. And it's not too straight like a Warney where you just have a very powerful cutter. This is going to be able to do all those same type of cuts. You have a Nitro V blade on here, super slicey. It's a nice, slim, lightweight carry, comfortable in hand, and you can choke up on it as well. Deep carry pocket clip. Now, this is tip up, right hand carry only. Excellent flipper tab on here and nice action. Number three, we have the Petrified Fish Havrog. And I gotta admit, this is a little bit funky looking, but I was super impressed on how well this knife performed whenever I did my testing. I have reviews on, I think, just about every one of the knives, maybe one or two I don't, but they're all great knives. I've tested them all, though. This blade shape, once again, excellent, and this tip sits a little bit lower than the pivot, so it's gonna have even less of a belly. Now, you don't want too less of, you don't want your belly to be too small, because then whenever you're trying to cut on flat surface, you're going to come in contact with that tip quicker than you would, say, something with a little bit more curve to it. But you still have, enough straight edge to push through things without kind of sliding out of whatever you're cutting. Bowler K110, pretty much D2, but it performed really nicely. It's got a nice stonewash finish. The thumb plates are a little odd looking, and that's just that multi-layered G10 that you've been seeing a lot lately. Micarta scales are nice and comfortable because they're kind of thick. They're thick in the middle right here. You got these chamfers, fills out the hand nicely. You have a milled titanium pocket clip, and the action on this thing is excellent. Excellent action. And, it's a very affordable knife, and I definitely think this one's, worth, I think it's like 40 bucks or something like that, maybe 50, even at the $50 price range. I think it's a great knife. Number four, we have the Civivi Cogent. I didn't think I would have a clip point on this, but being that this is a straight clip, that belly's not, jumping up there because of, a curved clip. So you still have that point in line with that pivot, so the belly is very gradual. This is a very comfortable knife, very slicey, and this one's M14C 28N blade steel. I love it. I think the value on this one is just amazing. Very minimal flipper tab that I didn't think I would like, but it catches the finger nicely and it rockets out. Super fidgety. This one's deep carry, tip up, left or right hand carry. Number five, we have the Miguron VELONA. Now, I have the 14C version of this as well. I couldn't find it, and that's the one I'm kind of talking about. I think that's the only one you can get now. But you have a very big blade on this one. I think it's almost 4 inches, or it might be 4 inches. You got a beautiful crown spine on here, and that drop point blade, you got so much edge to use. So, it's going to take you a while to dull out this entire thing. You got a milled titanium pocket clip on here, shadow box aligners, and it's still comfortable. They're nice and rounded. Beautiful action, very, very smooth. And you can use that fuller to reverse flick it if you like doing that. Very, very cool. Now, this is tip up, right hand carry only as well. Nice flipping action. Awesome value. For number six, we have the Civivi Knives Coeus. And this one, You know, barely made this list because it's a very close to being, you know, a straight warny blade shape. But they went with the Spyderco style leaf-shaped blade, and there's a reason why Spyderco does that leaf-shaped blade, because it is the most versatile blade shape. The way this one has that almost straight edge, and it goes up, and still being a drop point here, it is just remarkably good at just about anything. Now, whenever you're cutting on flat surface, you're definitely going to have to get a pinch grip doing it because, you know, the way it's set up, but you can get it done, and you can still use this as a good utility cutter. That thumb hole and that action, absolutely amazing. Deep carry pocket clip, tip up left or right, hand carry on it. Full flat ground, nice and slicey. This one's in D2. I really wish they would do this one in 14C like they do with some of their other ones, because I love this knife. I think these are only 40 bucks too. Next up, we have the Kizer Mini Roach. This is a Matt Degnan design, and the full-size Roach is awesome too, but this one I like even more because it has a very deep hollow grind on it, so it is super slicey. You have that drop point with a gradual belly. You have a removable flipper tab. Mine's removed, as you can see right there. You can put it back on if you like that. This one, for me, just it made more sense to remove it because this choke up spot is so darn comfortable. You got this weird, I mean, not weird, you got a honeycomb pattern on the G10 that offers traction, a deep carry pocket clip. Now it's tip up right hand carry only as well. You can get it with this beautiful stonewash blade, 154 cm steel, or you can get it with a blackwash blade, still the same 154 cm steel. This is a more medium to smaller knife, but you could still get a good 4-finger grip on it, even with your large, maybe even extra large hands because of that forward choil. Nice and comfortable, very, probably this is the sliciest knife, I think, on this list. We have number 8, we have the Artisan Cutlery Ahab. This is kind of like the way this Coeus blade shape does. It's almost that warny blade profile if you looked at it like this, both of them, but it has that very, very gradual belly to that tip. And that makes it, you know, very versatile, you know, cutting on the flat surfaces. And this one, pull cutting. This one's super comfortable in hand, very, very slicey because you have a full flat ground harpoon blade there. This one's in the proprietary AR RPM 9 steel that I've done tons and tons of testing on, and it's a very, very viable option in the budget realm. This one is got some, you know, extra features on it because it's in that Artisan line. You have this nice and contoured 3D mill titanium pocket clip that's blind screwed, titanium backspacer, hidden lanyard post, and these scales, man, are so nice and comfortable, rounded. Very good action on this. Now, the only problem I have with this knife are the thumb studs, okay? They don't hurt or anything, but they sit above the scales, and they have all this knurling on them. And I've had this knife get waved out of my pocket before. Didn't hurt me anything, but something that I definitely am mindful when I carry this knife. Now that I, you know, had it happen, I haven't had it happen again because I'm mindful of it. But just in case you don't want to take that chance, I did throw in another knife instead, and that is the Kizer Cozy. This one is in 154 cm steel, canvas micarta, deep carry, tip up left or right-handed, unlike this one. Nice and slicey, beautiful drop point blade, beautiful action, beautiful flipping action, and that nice long row of grippy jimping. Now, I'm going to have all these linked in the description because they are all available. And if you want to pick one up, you can use my link if you want. If not, that's fine as well. Number 9, we have CMB Knives Predator. Another beautiful drop point that sits below that pivot. So you can see that gradual swoop there. This one has an extremely comfortable micarta handle, and it's in 14C 28N blade steel now. Excellent. I'm hoping that they bring that price down a little. I think they're like 70 bucks right now, which I still think it's worth $70, but I would love to see that at like the $60 price point. And I think once it's been out for a while, they probably will. That's how they usually do it. This thing is very slicey. You have the Axis style lock, so it's a very strong lock This one locks up super, super solid, and it's super, super smooth. The only thing that they missed the mark on with this one is being that you're using the axis lock, they totally missed the opportunity to make it right-hand carry only. However, the 14C one does have it tipped for right-hand carry only. I mean, left or right-hand carry. So this is the D2 version. I have the 14C as well, but once again, I don't know where I put this one or the VELONA. I might have loaned it out to somebody. So excellent sharpening choil on this one, excellent action. This is an outstanding knife. We have another Artisan cutlery knife, and that is the Artisan Cutlery Sirius. This one's in ARPM 9 steel. This one's a nice, slim, sleek, almost, I guess you could call it a gentleman's tactical, whatever you want to call it. It's a Ray Laconico design. It's got nice, clean lines like he always does. You have some slight contouring on the G10. And it's just a very, very sleek knife, slim. And it's a front flipper and a thumb stud action knife. I prefer to use the thumb studs. I don't love the little access to that lock bar, but it's not terrible. And the front flipper works fine. I just prefer using that thumb stud. You can get it in coated or non-coated. And I was actually, you can see that there. The coating's holding up pretty nicely. I was using it the other day, doing some testing with it. Nice point there for doing piercing tasks. And once again, you have that 3D milled titanium pocket clip. That works nicely. Hidden lanyard pin right here. And that's just 10 of the excellent, versatile knives that I was just going through my collection. These are just some that I enjoy using because they work for a variety of tasks. And, you know, if you're only going to have one knife on you, you know, it's good to have one that can do pretty much anything that you throw at it. Now, I'm talking about normal EDC tasks, not hard use knives. Most people aren't hard using their knives anyway. So there you go. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It helps out the algorithm to spread the video to more channels. And I appreciate y'all's support. And I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.